What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukshu. We're back with another umamusume video. Hope y'all had a good weekend. And as you can see, we are here with Doramente with the last video. Gentildonna. The reason I was thinking Doramente because I do have the comments readied up right already. So I was like, oh, Doramente. No, Gentildonna. And we're using the training the original one because the other one is more, I guess if you think about the evolved skills, it's more catered towards, I believe, 2400 and Tokyo Racetrack, I believe. So I'm just going to go with the OG one in this one. And also, I believe it's, well, obviously, probably been a while since I did train the wedding one. Last time when I was training Gentildonna for, that's the, I believe it was a medium distance turf. Believe. So yeah, for the setup, it's the same thing as we've run with the leaders again. Teo, Almondai, speed cards, Dodo, stamina card, Forever Young Wise, Tamamo Power, and Tazuna friend card. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Make sure your mic is going on. I don't know why, I just decided to make sure, but like a part of my head was like, my mind was like, you should probably check if it's recording your voice, also your mic. Because, you know, it's been a while since it's happened, but I still once in a while get a little, I wouldn't say paranoid, but once in a while it just pops in my head where I'm like, ah. Because then I don't want to go through, oh, it has happened, I believe, twice that I went through a whole video without realizing it. So that's the reason why. But I think the past 2-3 times I caught it in the beginning. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, hope y'all had a good weekend. And if you guys haven't joined, I don't know if I said it. If you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. I want to see something. That. And then, but over the weekend, did that Genshin event, like I said, with Sandrone. What else did I do? I did most of the end game in Star Rail. I think I just need the one with the chess pieces, supposedly. Forgot what it's called. But that one's like, eh. Because it doesn't necessarily give current or stellar jades, so at least from what it gives like a different currency for a shop, but you know. Will I still do it? Yeah, I'll still do it. What else did I do? I feel like I did more. In other games, at least. Did I do anything in Zen? No. No. Did I do anything? No, I didn't do anything in Wu either. Now, what did I do? I don't think there was anything else then, if I can't think of anything. Well, no, because I already did most of the event in Girls Frontline. I'm just waiting for the other things to get released. Like the challenge mode, and all that. So, maybe I didn't do much after in other games. As I'm recording right now, Lino in Enfield is getting released in a few hours. And I've decided that yes, I will be pulling for her. Reason being is basically gonna replace Arclight in my team for Fangi and Arcane. Keeping Perlica, because I said I was gonna remove Perlica, but I think removing Arclight might be the move. Might. So that's what I'm going with. So yeah, I'll pull. There'll be a video on that. There'll be a video on that. Although I don't know what else will be released along with, I guess, Phase 2, but I guess we'll find out. If there's anything story related, maybe a character story with Lino, then yeah, I'll post that, obviously. We'll see. I honestly don't know. Maybe I should check if there is going to be anything else. What's this? Nope, that's Zenless. I don't need Zenless news. I need to go over, not need, I have to go look over the Enfield. I guess, what is it called? Is it here? Did I pick the wrong tab? I don't even know the version we are in, so I'm just gonna search this and that, go over here, then I'll go, I just know where, oh, it's 1.4, so we are 1.4. I was gonna say 1.4, but I wasn't sure. Okay, do we have any events or story related things? Okay, so there's an operator mission. So yeah, I'll post that. I'll post that. Sure. Perfectly fine with that. It'll be like another, what? Hour and a half, maybe? Maybe. So I'll be doing that, I guess, later today. I do need to go back to NTE, finish my city stamina, and also maybe record Beyond the Rails. Maybe. It'll be like how I do shield defense and deadly assault, basically. But maybe I'll start it from... Should I start it from wherever they leave us off? I don't know how long the video will be for that. We'll see what I do. If I do end up recording. If not, my decision for not recording is because my character are just not ready. Even though I most likely can beat it. Most likely. Even though I know I can beat it. I should say. I'd rather just have it until my team is posted. If my team's built, if I do end up not posting it. Which varies, because there's like 3 more days as of right now from when I'm recording right now. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Then I talked about Enfield, which is later. Yeah, I think pretty much good. I don't think I touch any other games. So basically, once I finished up with Enfield, I can Probably, and all the other stuff I need to do, I can probably most likely continue with Star Rail story, maybe today, if not tomorrow. Tomorrow, as in Monday for what is for everyone. Well, other than that, I guess that's it for me, at least. Yeah, that should be it for me for my weekend. At least for the gacha games, if I did. But nothing happens over the weekend. Nothing happened over the weekend. That was special. That, you know, just a typical weekend, I guess. Just a typical weekend, so I guess with that being said, I'll start going over the comments because it does seem like there's quite a bit. So the earlier I start, the more likely I'll be able to finish. Finish the comments earlier on time. So I guess we should start off with, let me refresh this because I did have it up a little earlier right before the video. I don't know why I have it loaded up when I start the video when I'm just gonna end up refreshing it. I just realized that now. I just realized that now, but it is what it is. Doesn't seem like there is any new comments since the last I checked, which was what, 10 minutes ago, 11 minutes ago, maybe more. And okay, I know that's not Nova's comment, but why did they put Nova's icon on it? Okay, they did it again, but I know it's from Asta. Anyways, first comment is gonna be from Asta. Does a big one. And has a good amount of replies to it, but we'll see what it's about. Obviously, and it says, "While I was away for a bit, you were, you were." I just didn't really mention it because you do. At least in the beginning, you were popping in and out, so I kind of just, yeah. But I did some thinking. It occurred to me. Oh, hold on. It occurred to me that even Wuwa is starting to get on my nerves, mostly because, as I said, Lahairoi was a disappointment. Well, dang. Well, dang. Like, for me, I feel like it really had to be that bad for it to be a disappointment. Because for the most part, in a lot of these gotcha stories and all that, well, I'm the opposite. Like I said, for me, Lahairoi was better. Was good because my side, I guess I appreciated more of the lore of Rover being revealed. And seeing that Rover was more human than I guess most people would have assumed, considering that Rover has been alive for a long time. and is strong and all that. We just basically think she was just some omniscient being, probably. So they did call her the Arbiter and all that, whatever, right? Well, no. I feel like Lahairoi just gave her more of a human element to her, which I appreciated a lot. So yeah, but I wouldn't go as far as the point, like, a story would really have to really be that bad for me to consider a disappointment. That's why, for the most part, I'll be like, story was good. That's like, or decent. That'll be like the worst. Or it could have been better. But I'll still, I wouldn't say that I was completely disappointed by it. It's the same thing with like anime and all that. With anime, I've seen a lot of anime, and I rarely have said like an anime was a disappointment. It's kind of like manga readers, I'll use one good example, I guess, because this was a big one, at least for me or for people who read it or seen it. Also, Tokyo Ghoul. The manga readers were heavily like hating towards it. I mean, I read the manga too, but I didn't think it was that bad when it was adapted to a anime. Like, I get it. But was it really that bad? You know? And this is how I see it. Was it really that bad? But obviously, to different people, it is. Which is why, just like we have in the past already, or in general, a lot of people are afraid to voice their opinions because everyone's just gonna have something to say about. Because we all can't agree on our own opinions. So the real question is, why can't we just be able to express our own opinions, but just keep it more as a debate rather than like we're attacking each other's interests or, likes and dislikes. All I can say is that I just feel like people are just too sensitive. That's just how I see it. People are just too sensitive. The second you attack them about what their likes or dislikes or what they prefer and all that, they just start defending themselves like if their life depended on it. Which in turn, I will do the same thing. Because if you're going to do it, then why can't I? Fair is fair, right? If you're going to do it, I'm going to do it. Or I'll just let it go because maybe I just don't care that much. So we'll just see what happens with that. But the situation with Mungjo remains unclear even after the 3.6 stream. You need to relax, sir. Because we've only gotten one literal version of Mungjo. 3.6 is literally the second part of it. They're most likely going to go all the way to 3.8. Then the fact that you're already saying that it's unclear, like, come on, man. We haven't even physically seen the Sentinel yet. I feel like it's a little too early to already start like being very critical of the situation in Mungjo. We literally went there to go look for Yang Yang. The majority of the story we're looking for Yang Yang. The literal issue has not been like even tackled or all right. Sure, we have made contact with the sensor and all that, but still, we still haven't gone through enough of the story in Mungjo to be like judging it already. You're giving me now vibes of people who judge a game based on the gacha system, and you already know how how I feel about that because I've been ranting about that here and there for like the past week and a half already. But it's just different with you because I do appreciate and respect the fact that you actually play the games, and that's why you judge off the story off. So that's fine with me. but don't be giving these vibes about Mungjo already when we've only had literally one version of it. All right, you need to relax. So Renacita is still the front runner. Well, for you it is, and that's fine. I'm someone who sets the bar high. Bro, you set the bar high on literally one chapter of the most recent arc. Yeah. I think you set it a little too high. A little too high. You gotta let the story finish first. Then, or at least get to like the main parts of it. We're literally just in the beginning of Mungjo. You need to relax. You need to relax. It's like you're gonna. What you're basically doing is judging a movie off its trailer. A lot of people do that. I'm not saying I don't do that, but if it still interests me, I'm still gonna go watch it, and then I'll give it my full judge or full thoughts on it. Yeah, you relax. Yes, it will still remain unclear. We're still gonna get like two more versions after 3.6 probably. So you need to relax. Other people and streamers are just weird. If something looks good or has cinematic flair, they label it cinema and forget about everything else. Hey, it's kind of like the people who judge well, kind of like people who just judge things without even giving them a shot, or actually caring about the actual main aspects of the game. I'm more demanding. That's just how I am. Hey, that's you. That's fine. But I'm just saying, you gotta relax with the, a little expectations, because Mungjo just started. Mungjo just started. And it's not like, I mean, even for like most gacha games in the beginning, well, I guess I'll see what you have to say about Enfield first, because Enfield literally is just like it's in the 1.x versions. That's literally just in the beginning. And most of the stories, from what I'm aware of, when I'm playing all these games, most of the stories from the 1.x patches are usually just okay to good for the best of it. Like, yeah, it'll have its moments, especially towards the end of the arc. Perfect example to me would be Zenless. Because, yes, majority of Zenless and 1.x patches in the beginning of the story was just introductions to the factions. Some lore for Bell was just a little bit, like very rare little bit. Until the end, where I thought, because it was the Avengers quote unquote moment, which was the best part of this of the arc. But like I said, that along with Nova, that trope has been used way too many times, which is the quote unquote cinematic flair of the arc also. So I'm kind of, which doesn't necessarily matter to me. It was the most interesting part, and it was nice to see, but the story was all right. Talking is Zenless. The story to me was good in Renacida, but you could also separate Renacida from Septimont, because technically there was two different things happening at the same time, but then you just combine it towards the end, which was kind of like, Avengers Assemble. But I know I get it. I did enjoy the story of Renacida. I did enjoy the story of Septimont. I enjoyed it. I just seen it in too many different other settings, whether the games or anime, whatever. It's just seen way too many times, which is why I appreciate more of the other aspects of the story when it comes to more lore focus, drama focus, I guess, because it will hit me more. Because yeah, the action scenes and all that, but behind it, yeah, I don't care about the whole whole action scenes too much. And don't say that, and don't say that I like Lahairoi just for the fact that it was Imeth. I've made it loud and clear that Lucille is my favorite character in Lahairoi, followed by Hiyuki, followed by even Linne, then it's Imeth. All right. Imeth is not even my top 3 in Lahairoi, so let me get that out there. Imeth being part of the story, and then being also the reason why I know why we know some of the stuff that happened, or the lore of Rover, did come from Imeth in a way, when she was explaining about the whole messages that she was able to listen to, the messages Rover sent, how they essentially rejected her request to go back to her home, even if it's just one more time. I've already explained all this, so yeah, I appreciate that a lot more than things I've seen in different ways many times in the past. So like the whole, three different groups of people, being the I guess the top 3 figures of the city. We got the Montellis, the Phasaelias, and then the Order. we've seen we've seen we've seen three different powers or families or whatever groups of people. Seen that kind of thing many times. You know, with the conflict between the three. Come on. That's the reason why I can't give the credit that much that towards Renacetas, because I just seen it way too many times. Whereas the lore behind Rover was more to me, you know. But like I said, I still liked and all that. And everything about, you know, the story and Renacita. It's just, like I've said, it's just seen it too many times. Like, I get it why you would like it. I just can't put it as my top. So don't think I'm attacking you. I was never attacking you or judging your pick this whole time. It's just my personal opinion is just different from yours. Or my interest was different than yours. Essentially, is what it is. But let's see what you say about Enfield here. It's the same story with Enfield. I've been playing the original Arknights for a long time. I've always considered it a fantastic story. Set in a dark world. It doesn't matter to me whether the game is 2D or 3D. Same. The plot is what counts. If you only knew how much lore I read in the original, how I realized right away that it was exactly the kind of story I've been looking for, I can't compare. I can't judge when it comes to Enfield or Arknights in general, because although I have played Arknights in the beginning, I've long since played it. It's been so long since I played it, so basically my judgment on Enfield is just however I see it. Excuse me, by the way, because I did burp. But yeah, my judgment on Enfield is just based on what I see in Enfield. I can't necessarily compare it to Arknights, but even then, I probably wouldn't want to compare it to Arknights, the original, because like the gap between the two stories, at least the games release wise, it's a pretty big gap. Right? So obviously there's going to be a whole different approach when it comes to the game. The games obviously are going to be different when it comes to the approach of the story. That's how I see it. How I would see it. So I can't be exactly too critical also, because like I said, I didn't play the original Arknights until now, so if you knew how many times it made me cry, but Enfield, no. From the start, I felt it didn't measure up to the original, even though the game has only been out for 6 months. I just can't accept that it has a better story. That's why I'm not all that interested. Even I can say this myself, someone who hasn't entirely have a full understanding of the Arknights, original Arknights lore and all that. I can say that I can't, like I've said for the Mong Joe thing, I don't think I can judge the stories, because there's probably way more in the original Arknights compared to, obviously, to the 6 months of Enfield. So in my head, it's kind of like an unfair comparison. Think about it as in sports, where the old heads are comparing. I say the old heads because you're using the old Arknights as an example. The old heads of whatever sport. Oh, we'll use basketball, for example. Because the old heads will always be heavily critical of how the game is played now, or the sport is played now. Well, that's just how it is. The sport develops. People, different players comes into the sport or into the league professionally, and maybe they're gonna change how the game is played or how the game flows. Perfect example is Steph Curry went on his 3-point shooting. So yeah, that's why I think it's an unfair comparison, in my personal opinion. Plus, like I said about Zenless and all the most of these games with the 1.x stories, I don't know what game I've played where I've had the introduction story, essentially the first arc, be the best arc. I don't I don't know. Because like usually at least how I see it in video games, or at least story arcs in these gacha games. Usually the more upcoming arcs are better in my opinion. Unlike in movies where a lot of the sequels are kind of like the ones that flops, in my opinion. I know there are cases where the sequels of movies are fine, but you know. So yeah, I feel like one, the amount of story that has been released in the original, and then the amount of story, obviously 6 months worth in Edfield, it's kind of an unfair comparison because you have so much from one side, where the other one you're just like you barely got like anything basically. So yeah, definitely see how you definitely set the bar high, even though the comparisons might be unfair. The comparisons might be unfair, I would say. It feels more lopsided. Nova responded, says, I can't fault you for that since the big gotcha stories are kind of inferior to GFL lore for me. Another example of how the big gotchas might not be as, you know, lore heavy or story wise with their older games or something like that. Arknight's lore has been entertaining, but GFL lore is just so good, I'll die on this hill. You can die on that hill. It's fine. But are you going to quit WoW because the story didn't live up to your standards? I've heard of people quitting over the gotcha system, but I've never heard of people quitting over the story. I'm pretty sure there has been people who just quit over the story. I'm pretty sure. But it's not like... It's just not as stupid sounding as I'm gonna quit because of the dang gotcha system, or I'm not gonna even play the game because of the gotcha system. That to me is just 10 times, not even 10 times, 100 times more stupid than someone who's been playing the game and then they're gonna quit because like it just didn't meet their expectations in a sense. I'd rather have that than have a bunch of people who just follow the first person who started complaining about the gotcha system. It's like a worker ant finding scavenging for food, finds a food source, and then goes to his colony and be like, "Hey, I found food," and then now the swarm follows him so they can get the food. It's just basically how it is. All it takes is one person, and then to hate on the gotcha system, and then more people are going to be like, they're going to agree, and then more people are going to agree, and next thing you know, it's just a swarm of them. And then Austin says, then what do you think about the lore of Goddess Victory, Nikki, if you know this game? Well, before I go over Nova's, I'm just going to say my response, because Nova, this is obviously a response to Nova. I don't know squat about it, because I dropped the game within the 2 weeks I started playing it. But Nova says, I do, but I do not get the lore that... I did not get into the lore that deep with Nikki. I do like the setting, though. I play Nikki for the other plot. Yes. I know exactly what Nova's talking about, because that's who Nova is. Asta says, you just don't know me very well, that's all. Things like that happen. There are various reasons for it. What's unclear about that? Okay. Asta, you need to calm down, sir. One, you haven't even been commenting as frequently as Nova has, so most of us here don't know you that well, at least to a certain extent. Let's get that clear out of the way. Don't act like we've known you for years, all right? Don't act like we've known you for years. We don't know you as much. Like for me and Nova, I've seen Nova has been commenting for the past like 4 years, I believe. Maybe, yeah, 4 years, 3.5. And I know Nova to a certain extent, which is why I can call him out and all that for certain things. You also, you're still learning. Still learning. So you need to calm down. And don't act like we've known each other for years. Or we've been talking for years. You literally started commenting within like sometime this year, if I'm not mistaken. we need to take a step back and reel it in a bit. We need to settle down and calm down. Nova says, I've known you since 5 comments ago. I'm just curious. That's all, fam. Asa says, okay, sorry. Yeah, Asa, you need to calm down. You need to calm down. You're giving me the vibes of if someone attacks your opinion, you're gonna attack them back like 10 times strong. You need to relax. We're open to debates here. We don't need to attack each other and get all defensive and all that. unless you feel like you're getting personally attacked, like a little certain someone who does it once in a while. And as you can tell, I don't hold no grudges. Just I know in the back of my head now that there's gonna be that one moment where Tanoki's gonna start poking my buttons again or pressing my buttons again for whatever reason, just to get some kind of entertainment out of it. That's a whole different thing. So yeah, honestly, you need to reel it back in a little bit. You need to reel in a little bit because we still don't know the vibes around you yet. Like, everything is cool and all, but right now with this whole thread going on here with your comment, are you giving us warning signals on some kind of red flags or something? Because I'm picking up different things right now. I'm picking up different things right now. Now you're expressing more. It's like, I see it. I respect it though. Like, I don't mind you getting all defensive and all that, but don't let that get to you too seriously. All right, don't let that get to you too seriously. We're open to our opinions here. We're open to express our opinions here. We're just talking about gacha games. Come on, guys. Let's not take it too seriously now. Unless you start going a whole different side of things. And there's a whole different story. Anyways, thank you also for the comment and Noah for replying. Let me see if I could speed run through the rest of these. Starting off with Kazuki's comments. It says, finally got my Ace Uma Chrono US 5 9K SP. With S medium aptitude. Thank God I'm gonna lose it if I haven't gotten S medium aptitude, and the correct and right amount of inherent parent legacy skills and green skills, and with the target recommended stats: 2187, 1776, 1632, 1200, and 1602. Wise could be a little bit higher, like 1700 for 2.5 times the effects of these. Oh, this is, wait, where did it go? Why did it scroll down? What skills? I just expanded the comment. 2150, 1300 to 1400 stamina, 1600 power. The recommended stats for power increase since last time earlier is 1300, since it's only speculation. 1000 guts lowered from 1100 to 1000. Why 1000? Because it's needed to activate and enhance the effects of some of the skills. I think it's related to the ramen scenario skills. 1 day left before League of Heroes. 2 more Umas to train. Though I'm already have trained the other 2, but it's crap. Can I at least achieve US 3 Almond Eye? So far only US 1, and it's only crap builds and stats. And as for the other one I'm choosing with this, Tachyon Summer, Donna OG, Neo Uni OG. Though I already got Tachyon Summer and Neo Uni OG. Train build with US ranks. Of course, crap builds and stats. What the heck? Should I just... Whatever. Excuse me. For runner and leader, I think 1400 stamina is the best bet choice, while Bituner and Chaser is 1300. Yeah, I think 1400 will be okay. I just feel like 12 to 13 is a good, well, if you're on like on the low end, for whatever reason, or if you're trying if you're going without a stamina card, then I would assume 12 to 13 would be better on the lower end, because at least for me, that's how I don't think I could reach. Oh no, I know I can't reach 1200 without a stamina card, because I did try without it and use a guts card instead, and for some odd reason my stamina was pretty darn low. Also, I learned that Stay Gold Guts card can be used in a replacement for Dodo's Stamina card due to certain skills. Gold skills of Stay Gold. This only applies for Runner and Leader, I guess. I tried this setup and ended with 1256 Stamina and 1223 Guts. Well, you were doing something I didn't, because I didn't even get 1200. 1200 Stamina. Didn't pay much attention to this since I'm focused on getting the Stamina of 12 to 1300. Like I said, 12 to 1300 if you're not using a Stamina card, like I said. Aiming for platform this time, play side games. I mean, I aim for it, but if I reach it all depends. Are you playing Fire Emblem franchise, Shukashu? I have been playing Fire Emblem for the longest. I'll admit, I haven't touched any of the OG ones in a long time, because obviously they were OGs. That was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. I will say I played all the Fire Emblems mostly once. Unless it was before Three Houses, yeah, just once. And I've barely remembered a lot of these main stories, so I wouldn't mind replaying them. But honestly, I would probably have to find a way to play them. I know I could probably play them off Nintendo online, but I gotta pay for that. I don't ain't gonna pay for that. I ain't gonna pay online just so I could do that. I stopped paying for online a long time ago. It's the reason why I don't play consoles anymore, or if I do have a console, I don't pay for the online, because I don't see myself playing multiplayer or online. I'm on Steam. I don't need to pay. I use my internet. Why can't I do that with the with the consoles? Because you have to pay for services. So nah. I believe some of the OG Fire Emblem games, or if not, yeah, some of the OG ones are in this Nintendo the online thing where you can play the OG old games. So, but yeah, my first Fire Emblem game that I played when I was a kid is Fire Emblem Guide in 1992. Celica was my first waifu in the Fire Emblem franchise series. See, I didn't really care about that growing up as much. Did I have interest? Yeah, but I don't remember, essentially. Yeah. I would have to backtrack and go on that, because it's been a while since. Well, the last time I played Fire Emblem was obviously the most recent one, Engage, but if we're talking about way back then, yeah, I'm gonna need a refresher. Also, I've been playing Tekken 8, and my main is Lily, also planning to buy Kunimitsu DLC, my Fox Girl waifu. It's funny, I have Tekken 8. I haven't put in time into it. I do have it for my PS5. Thing is, like I said, I don't have online. I just didn't put time into it. I still put time into Smash Ultimate if you know Smash Ultimate, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That one is my kind of fighting game. Only because even though I did enjoy playing Tekken growing up, I was trying to think if I enjoyed other fight, because I did play Street Fighter, but it wasn't my cup of tea. For me, I just don't like the slow pace fighting games, because for me it takes a harder time to get used to. Or I'm just not used to it. I'll admit that. But I do play it for enjoyment. But like in relation, I had more enjoyment playing Marvel vs. Capcom. Essentially, that I had fun with Budokai and Tenkaichi and all that. So yeah, and fighters. Fighters kind of has the same feeling as MVC. So yeah, but although I did have fun when I was playing Tekken, the last time I was playing Tekken 8, I believe it was when they released Terry Bogard, and I was using Terry for a bit. But I'm excited to get Yujiro to... I'm actually probably will play Tekken again when they release Yujiro Hanma from Baki. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. That might be my reason to go try out Tekken again. Because it's not like I hate the game or anything. It's just not this. I just don't get the same enjoyment. Or it's also time. It's also time. Like, I did try giving time to Tekken, but it was like, whatever. Also, question, should I pull MLB Air Group Speed Card and Scam Support Card banner instead of Dodo Stamina's card or not? Do I really have to answer that? You literally name it the scam, the scam banner. But yet, in your history, Kazuki, you just kept pulling on them. So... And in my defense, I have said in the past that we normally don't pull on those banners. So, but you always come back saying, "I pulled in the banner. I got the cards at MOB." And the funniest thing about it, every time you do it, it's right before a big event, or before the next scenario. So this is kind of hilarious how you're doing it once again, right before the half ante. Come on now. Come on now. Did we not learn, Kazuki? Did we not learn? Like, yes, you have cards right now, but do you actually need to keep pulling? Do you actually need to keep pulling? That's the real question. Are you not satisfied with what you have right now? Do you not think that you can manage without going on with it? So, let me know. Let me know. You already know my answer. I'm not going to pull. You don't need to pull. Especially if you feel like you can still manage through training. But thank you, Kazuki, for the comments. Appreciate it as always. I'll do Wise again. But now, going over Nova's comments. Let me just refresh. Just to see if... I just realized, how does Tanoki know I'm recording? Oh, I guess, yeah, how does Tanoki know I'm recording? Well, he didn't post a single comment, so I'm gonna react. He probably look at the comment section and be like, oh, he's recording now. He's recording now. Except that one time where you said it and I was not recording. I was already done recording. So I think for the most part, I feel like Tanoki just knows when I record and the time I record at his time zone. Or wherever he is. And he just matches it with it, trying to see if he gets it on time. But that one time he didn't get it. Well, I guess before going over Nova's comments, yes, Tanoki, I am recording. Yes, Tanoki, I'm recording. But I will probably assume you have a comment or two after I go over Nova's. But I need to try and see if I can go over Nova's real quick. We'll see. First one says, Dura's final now, but where's the Verxina? Summer alt, Vivlos needs her big sis. Also, Cheval alt release already is crazy. Is it? Because most of these characters got released before Duramente. Well, except Verxina, so... Yes, what do you call that? Vivlos did get released before Duramente. Cheval did get released before Duramente. It is a little bit longer? Yes, it is a little bit longer, but I would probably feel like they'll release Dura for a different story event and not for a summer. Because if they were gonna do summer, they would have done it already. As for Verxina, probably not gonna be a summer alt. Probably not. Did you get Lucia? I got Sextens, but not her weapon. I don't think of her as a DPS and just as a support, so I just gave her the battle pass weapon. Well, sir, I don't get the battle passes. Listen, do I need to remind you of that? I don't have the battle pass weapon. I have like 100k rocks in GFL2. Now, how the... Well, GFL2 is like your most heavily swiped game. So I don't know if this was just, yeah, I would just say it's just you who just have stacked up all this, so whatever. But now I have no desire to get another max dupe character yet. I heard Groza alt signature weapon is disgustingly busted, and I am planning to pull multiple copies to give to other girls in the future. You do you. You do you. I didn't pull for Lucia, one because, well, I remember what you said, where you said you pulled her for the waifu reason. Where, while I do agree that she does look cute. Yes, no, I said she looked cute, but probably not for the reason you think, right? Or probably not the same reason as why you pulled her for waifu reasons. But I didn't pull for her, mainly because I just didn't pull for her. I thought about it. I was like, yeah, I could use complete my water team a little bit more. But I think I'm gonna just hold off. I think you just saying you put her for waifu reasons and not for meta reasons was the reason why I didn't pull for her. Because while I do think she's cute, I don't entirely like her like Helen. I would say Helen, Alva, Sakura, Lorelei. She wasn't up there for me. I pulled for Sextons because she does improve my electric team, which I have been using. Water team I have not been using, which is why I didn't feel as motivated to pull for her. Because I'm still also obviously watching out for future banners. So yeah, I'm just trying to, you know, just in case I go with another consecutive amount of pulls, because yeah. Which I don't know who the next banner is, because I did pull for Sexton, so we'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, Sakura Ryun hopefully comes back. I don't think I pulled for Petrie either, but that's a man. Petrie? Who's Petrie? Let me take a look. Who's that? Do I remember who Petrie is? Or is that a few? Or you? Because I didn't. If you were saying Petrie, because I said Paricha, which was a standard banner character, so I don't know who you're talking about. Because you didn't have to pull for her, because she would have just... Wouldn't she have just been the 50-50 if you lost? I don't know who you're talking about, right? If that's the case. If it's someone different. But Cheyenne skip is all kind of unexpected, since I do like her in the lore, but it's probably the potato face. Voimastina is the only physical DPS I need. Honestly, I feel like I'll pull for Voimastina's rerun again, because I know she already had her rerun, right? Fatusa is Corrosion, but she is getting replaced in the near future. Basti, Klukai, and Lind are the staple Corrosion characters. The team is very fun. Well, the reason why I also didn't want to fully focus on Klukai is because, on Corrosion, is because of Klukai, because everyone was saying, including herself, that going max is the way to go for her, at least. So I'm like, yeah, I kind of got turned away from that, from building a Corrosion team because of that thought. Which is why I have Ice, Fire, and Electric as my main ones. Water is kind of there. It's just I haven't pulled a lot of the things. Physical is kind of weird because I did pull for 2 characters, but then I didn't pull after that. So I don't know. We'll see what I do with Corrosion moving forward. Reverse Anniversary soon, and man, it's going to be lit. I'll see how many dupes I can get from 200 pulls. Nikki collab with Personas here. So they went with 1 character from each Persona game. Aegis from P3, Yukino from P4, and Makoto from P5. Honestly, the only one acceptable to me is Makoto. P3 should have been either Yukari or Mitsuru. P4 should have been Rize. P5 could have been better if it was Makoto's older sister. Makoto's my waifu in P5. As evident as when I went to my first anime expo and went straight to Atlas to go get the Makoto shirt. I do have a Makoto figure over here on Johanna, her persona. So Yes. Although I don't play Nikki, so I don't care. Am I gonna play Nikki because of the collab? I mean, I don't even know if I have my account. Because I did try to play Nikki again when the or Nikkei, however you guys want to say it. The ReZero collab was around. So I don't know if I still have that account because I don't know what happened. So it is what it is, I suppose. Iroya is at level 80, but her modules are still not really there yet. I think I'm just building characters to level 80 and the skills are meh. I don't even know if I'll use Mint at some point, but I would like a cheese team since she is cute. For all the essential materials, I rely heavily on the exchange boxes. The exchange shops and events are saving me. I think you also, if you have been getting the battle pass, that has been most likely saving you also, because I have been the events and the events itself and exchange shop has not been helping like it has for you. I got Iroi ascended to where she can go to level 80. I did get her modules. I could probably improve a good one or two and probably give her a better console. She's pretty much built, aside from the fact of her skills, her Esper skills, just like Shinku. Mint, I feel like I'll definitely keep using her because I do like her. For who knows how much long? We'll see. Because as of right now, she's just been a staple in a main part of my Hattori team because I don't have Nanoli. I believe Hattori is getting her rerun also in the next patch, so I don't think she's getting any skins though, so sad. So I'm reaching 6 mil funds and I'm wondering if I should get the 8 mil apartment or wait to see what the next car gacha is next patch. I think I'll have to get the apartment at some point. I think, yeah, at some point, yes. But I don't think you exactly need it right now. But let me, have they done the, did they do the stream yet? I don't know if they did the stream yet. I think they did the stream. Let me see. So yeah, we will be getting Zonko and Linko. Might actually be pulling for both, unfortunate. There is a summer event. I believe we're getting lots of skins for lots of characters not named Hattori. I think even freaking Chaos is getting one. This is what I'm telling you, Nova. If Chaos and we can't say its story. We can't say a story if we're seeing characters like Chaos getting more skins than Hattori. So let me get that out of the way real quick. Oh, so the looking character, yes, I call her the looking character. Her name is Nitsa. Alright. But let me see. Is there gonna be a car? Oh, Nanoli and ooh. I don't think I can pull for Nanoli because of Zonko. We'll see what happens. I think it's next week too, right? Not this week, but next week. Ooh, we got jet skis and dune buggies. And a normal bike. A normal pedal bike. Nice. I don't know what there's some other events and all that. Oh, speaking about events, I gotta start the events for the rest of this patch. So yeah, we're getting a lot of stuff from what it looks like. NT has been good with that. So anyways, I'll just move on because I am getting close to the end. I didn't see anything car related, but then I don't know. We'll see. In Zenless, I'm building Trigger and Reno with her upgrades. I have, I guess if you want to buy a jet ski and all that. I don't know if they'll be that expensive, but yeah, I guess that would probably be a reason, right? But in Zenless, I'm building Trigger and Reno with her upgrades. I have already upgraded Jane and she's busted now. Pre-farm for Sigrid as well, and then pre-farm for Clarette. Then I can rest for half patch at least. As of right now, I've just been farming for Jane. I haven't farmed for Trigger yet. I haven't pre-farmed for Sigrid, although I should have attack already, and I should have ice, so I think I'm good. As for Chloret, I actually don't know what her stuff is. I didn't look into it, so. In CZN, I'm actually pretty hyped for the next limited character. The fact that you can sweep a chaos run once per day has been saving me. I got the deck farm done in one day, on one try, thanks to the new edit deck function. As a casual, I'm glad that quality of life is a thing in CZN, while Stellasora having the same feature and deck building mechanic. I tend to have those done together. Alright, Nova, I think it's time for me to come clean. I've technically dropped CZN because I've just been not logging in. CZN became one of those games. So I do have -1 game right now without CZN. I'm just here admitting it. I ain't trying to hide it. I ain't trying to hide it. I got the weapon for Francis. I am more inclined to get her weapon for supporting the team. Makes sense. Makes sense. It's kind of like the opposite in like Zenless, where you would want it for the DPS because otherwise you'd be doing less damage. Ooh, daily just takes a bit more time though, does it? It doesn't. All I really do in Zen and Wuwa is use a stamina, and everything's done. I just clear the rectifier dungeon or whatever, and I'm done. I don't see how long I don't see how you're taking so long in Wuwa. Zenless is about the same length as me, well, even with doing the stamina in Zenless, because at the same time, it's the same amount of times. I clear it 3 times and that's it. I don't see no difference between the two when it comes to dailies. He did ask me how I was about to get through Zenless in the beginning, and I'm like, it's the mentality. I just wanted to catch up, and just like Wuwa 1.0, I didn't really care for the story. I wasn't invested in the story until the Sons of Caledon arc. I think the main difference, what makes Zenless stand out in a way when it came to the story in the beginning, was the fact that each patch was basically a different arc or a different faction story, which still obviously made progress towards the main story, but I just thought it was nice that way, obviously. Well, yeah, it's not like I've been saying, like I said to Asta, usually the 1.0 or 1.x story doesn't stand out as much as the following ones, so I wasn't invested. I've seen people like him who just can't play multiple gachas simultaneously. The other guy I know quit BA because there was the gacha system change, along with Nexon's attitude and presentation of those changes. I'm like, man, some people are better gachaless. I agree. I agree. Some people aren't meant to play gachas if they're gonna judge it and possibly not play the game for the most asinine reasons. AKA, I'm not going to play because of the gacha system. Whatever. Silent Hill taught me that horror element enhances the gooning. Does it? Does it? Well, maybe just to you, because you are very focused on goonery. Well, the Nia story actually already gave me horror elements that I did not ask for. Bro, yes, it had the horror element, but it was not even a single 0.1% scary compared to actual horror games. Heck, even indie horror games. It just had the whole vibe of it, but I wouldn't say it was not even scary at it. It just gave you the ambiance of it. I wouldn't say it gave the actual feel of a horror game. It just had the ambiance, the feel. Yes, that's the other thing I don't like about living in America, is that they don't have enough boba places in the Midwest. I don't know where you are. Well, you said Minnesota, right? Even in the city? I guess that would be the question I would ask. Even in the city? I don't know where you live in Minnesota. So, yeah. Or is Minnesota... Do I know my states? Do I know my states and cities and all that? Probably. Do I don't know how it is out there. All I know is that definitely here in California, a bunch of boba places. Too many. Too many. You can tell which one is decent, good, or really good just off the look from outside, or how they present their boba. So some of my coworkers don't like milk tea either. That's blasphemy. Huh. I don't think I've met a person that doesn't like black tea or milk tea actually. Just going over the rest of the comments. Yes, I'm actually glad we didn't start Saver. They did something so incompetent recently that I am at a loss for words. Oh, okay. Basically, the devs had compensated all servers for a bug that happened in the game. However, that compensation was not distributed equally since the global server got more of that compensation than the other servers. So to keep it fair, they basically had global pay for the compensation themselves. That is stupid. Anything they gain in game will be negative until the amount is paid for. Why would they penalize global players for their further incompetence? They're dumb. Then they were bombarded by the backlash from global, so now they're introducing a new event that gives out the original compensation to all servers, and yet it's still somehow less than the original. The greatest irony in all of this is that we're talking about character upgrade materials, not even actual... I got no words. And to your restaurant analogy, those tourists or grifters will just put a negative review on Yelp and keep bashing the place just because they didn't taste the actual great food within. Well, I understand if we were talking about just regular tourists or just people that goes to that area, or like that doesn't have a public influence, basically. If it's just those people, I understand, but we're talking about, you know, actual people who put out content about it, and it's like you can still put out your distaste, or you could still bash on them, but the way they did it was just, in my eyes, disrespectful to especially family-owned restaurants who have been local and well-known around the area. To me, not just disrespectful. Because it's like, especially, like I said, if they had provided free food, it doesn't even have to be like a family restaurant. It's just restaurants in general. Especially if they provide the food for you, and just so you can also make the video. And then to do that basically in front of their face. And then not only that, posting it for the public to see. Even though the reason why you went there was probably the fact that it was well known, but you went there and you just started bashing on it. In my head, you're just disrespecting them for the fact that you just want the clout. And I hate that. That's what pisses me off about it. So yeah. If Zenless pattern is that simple, then we're probably getting an attack Void Hunter in 4.0. Huh? We already have an attack Void Hunter in Shaoguang. We have Rupture, which is a whole... Oh, no, it's not Rupture. I was about to say Yishwood, but she has the power. She has the power to combat the Void Hunter in her defense. And Miyabi is Anomaly. Wouldn't it be safer to say that the next Void Hunter... Oh, snap. I see the pattern now. You got me, Nova. I take it all back. I'm wrong. You're right. If the pattern's right, it will be attacked. I just thought about it now as I'm going over it. You're right, Nova. I'll admit it. I'm wrong. You're right. But what if they go left field and do... Honestly, what if they actually do a Rupture? What if they do Rupture and Rupture's not entirely dead anymore? You never know. You never know. Because, you know, technically, like I said, Yishun her power was matched to her Void Hunters, you know? So we'll see. But Chocolate Mamas, well, I am gonna check out their specs really soon. Nova, we're talking about Fire Emblem here. I believe this is when you mentioned Fire Emblem. I believe 90% or more doesn't care about Chocolate Mamas in Fire Emblem of all games. Alright? Engaging, alright. I have to say that I have no idea who any of the old Fire Emblem characters are. It was like a who every time I met a new face. Oh no. So, wait. So is it safe to say that you started playing Fire Emblem at 3 houses? You are a very recent Fire Emblem fan then, in my eyes. Yikes. So are you saying that you didn't even know Marth, Ike, Chrome? Chrome? I said Chrome. I auto-corrected his name myself. Robin? Corin? Lucina? I see I'm naming a lot of the main ones too. So if not, then dang, you are a recent fan. You are a fairly recent fan. If 3 Houses it seems like 3 Houses was your first one. But Requiem is cute. I've grown to like her more now. Hotori's still up there, and I still use her extensively for the heist. Why did I don't know why it registered as a downvote. Let me fix that. I didn't say that I dislike Lacrimosa. I wouldn't have pulled Lacrimosa if I disliked her. Let me get that straight. But yeah, I'm just saying, because you kept using story examples, and I respond with characters that didn't have as much of a story presence, also compared to Hattori. I'm just keeping it. I'm just saying, you know, why is Chaos getting skins and Hattori isn't? I'm gonna use that as a main example. Chaos might have a paid skin, but I don't have him. Heck, he looks like an NPC, not gonna lie. I mean, are we surprised that we didn't pull for Chaos? No. But Rin/Bell absorbed Ramiel's void weapon in the last arc. That made me believe that she has something in her body that resonated with the core. Can another core fuse with itself? It's so mysterious. I don't know. Obviously, there's something about Bell, about the ocular implants that we don't exactly know about. To have suspicions about it having traces of the core or parts of the core that they use to make the Void Hunter weapons. I don't know. We'll see. Because she did absorb it, and eventually turned to it, but Remiel got it out of her, saved her. And then there's the fairy lore and what it ties into all this. Actually, it would be funny if fairy lore has absolutely nothing to do with what we're experiencing right now. I don't know. I feel like maybe like these AI fairy, Lockspring, right? That was his name, or was that the name of the Bang Boo? Regardless, that other one that recognized fairy and during the Angels of Delusions arc. What if they... Remembering the beginning of the story, like literally when Nicole stole it, essentially, and all that. I'm trying to think. I don't know. What if they're somewhat related to the Ross Califer in a way? Because I don't know. We'll see. I think this is the last comment from Nova, and it says, "Can I be an average mustard shoo? Nah, no, nah. I'm sorry, Nova. Nah, nah. You keep downplaying yourself when it comes to your polls. Heck, nah, you ain't gonna be just an average mustard. You're still not an average mustard, regardless. Your polls has still been way better than all of us combined. So I wouldn't. You're not an average. You're not an average mustard when it comes to Uma, especially. But other than that, thank you Tanoki, thank you Nova, thank you Asta and Kazuki for the comments. Appreciate it as always. And with that being said, guys, we got a UA7, 2172 speed, 1640 stamina, 1662 power, 940 guts, and 1409 on wise. Definitely could have gotten this run a little bit closer to US. So I might keep trying this, but we should be getting the League of Heroes fairly soon, in a couple of days, next week. I think right after, or not next week, this Friday or Thursday. I think I'm gonna start on Friday, I believe, and we'll just see from there how it goes. It's basically gonna be after the CM and global. Also, I need to record global CM later or tomorrow morning, or as in the morning you guys are seeing this. But other than that, guys, that is or we did get an S aptitude and turf. But other than that, guys, that is gonna be it for this video. If you guys didn't make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and let me know how your guys' weekend were, who you guys are bringing in the League of Heroes, and if there's anything else you want to talk about or ask me, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. So, with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.